Off with the Fairies, from the Queer Ghost Stories series by Foxglove Lee. Narrated by Madeleine Mayfair. Chapter 1. The first time Eloise asked if I was off with the fairies, I thought it was some kind of gay joke. I didn't think she meant any offense by it, first off because she's gay and I'm not, but mostly because Eloise is oh so inoffensive by nature. She really is the sweetest person you'd ever want to meet. I should know. I've lived with her for the past 3 years. To look at Eloise, you'd never guess what kind of life she's lived. Eloise is 91 years old, and she looks it. No offense, Eloise. She's spry as they come, but her hair is totally white, and she's thin as a rake. When we first met, I was a little wary of moving in with her. You see an old white lady, and you think for sure she's going to have problems with you. But it turns out Eloise has been living with black people all her life. Well, not all her life, because most of her life she's lived alone. I'm talking when she was a child. Eloise says the older you get, the more you think about childhood. She says those hazy childhood recollections that get lost in the fog of your adult years come rushing back as soon as you get old. Stories, songs, events from your life, it all comes rushing back. One thing I love about Eloise is that anytime she meets a new person, she always looks for similarities, not differences. She says we're the same in a way because we were both born in another country. We both came here to Canada as babies, so we don't remember the place we come from. I guess I still look for differences automatically. I don't mean to. Anyway, one difference between us is that I came here with both my parents and my 2 older brothers, whereas Eloise came over with just her mom. Well, the other difference is that my parents brought me here from Nigeria, and her mother brought her over from Scotland. That would have been in, the 1920s. Hard to imagine this woman I share a house with was around way back then. The world must have been so different. They didn't even have TV yet. I often think how incredible it is that I have this close bond with someone who was alive almost 100 years ago. Eloise remembers the Second World War. Isn't that wild? I think it is. I love all her stories. Eloise was born out of wedlock, which is interesting in and of itself considering the time period. It was a big taboo to be an unwed mother, to the point where Eloise's grandparents wanted nothing to do with her or her mother. Can you imagine? They shunned their own child. It just so happened that Eloise's mother had a cousin who was shipping off to Canada with her newlywed husband. The cousin and the husband were kind enough to buy Eloise a ticket so she could start a new life in a new country. Hey, I wonder if that newlywed husband guy was actually Eloise's father. Maybe Eloise's mom had an affair with the cousin's man, and he's the one who got her pregnant. And then he felt bad for what happened, and that's why he bought her a ticket across the Atlantic. It's a possibility. I wonder if that thought has ever occurred to Eloise. So anyway, Eloise's mother ended up in a new country with no husband, no job, no money, and a baby. Her cousin let the mother and child stay with them for a while, but they had a falling out at some point. Because Eloise's mom was sleeping with the cousin's husband, maybe? I wonder. And then it was time to get serious about life. Eloise's mother found a factory job, and because workplace health and safety hadn't been invented yet, she brought her baby along to work. That's where she took a liking to a kind young man who went on to become Eloise's.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?